I'm Tomas, and I'm a happy citizen of Lithuania.
And now the honest answer?
Welcome to Lithuania, the happiest place to live in for people under 30, according to the World Happiness Report. When we found the statistic, we were pretty surprised. Finland or Sweden, those are the countries you might traditionally think of when you think of happy people in Europe. But Lithuania? Well, we wanted to see for ourselves, so we did some research and found Tomas, who seems to be happy. But how happy is he really? And is life in Lithuania that good? We visited Tomas in Vilnius, and what we found was way more than just happiness. This is a story about Lithuania's painful history, about the impact of family, and about a fresh perspective on happiness, shaped by the hardships of past generations. So, what makes life enjoyable? How many hours we spend at work plays a huge role in how satisfied we feel in our day-to-day routine. And Tomas seems to be quite happy with his job. He organizes one of the biggest innovation festivals in the Baltics and even hosts his own video podcast show.
I like freedom of expression that I have here. I like that I can be creative. When I have an idea, with the help of my colleagues, I can actually make it come true.
In Lithuania, around 1% of employees work long hours in their main job, much fewer compared to other countries. But the job market in Lithuania isn't ideal. Lithuania is actually one of the EU countries with the highest number of low-wage earners. So what does Tomas think about work-life balance?
I remember my dad working 24/7 throughout weekends, throughout nights, and one of the childhood dreams was that my parents would stop working, which is crazy. But at that time, I was dreaming that they stop working and they spend more time with me. I need to find that work-life balance, and I want to spend more time with my family, with my wife, with my friends, and that's something that I will definitely take into account when raising my own children.
Tomas lives in Vilnius with his wife Aurelia, but they often visit his parents' house.
Yes, this is my wife Aurelia.
Hello.
Hello.
I heard there's gonna be free dinner.
Yes.
Today, the whole family is together to make varškėčiai, traditional Lithuanian curd pancakes.
This recipe is being passed throughout our generation, and actually I know how to cook them as well, but nobody does it better than my mom. Nuotraukas. Kokia tu miela. Čia mane su gimtadieniu sveikina.
When you were Tomas's age, what was your youth like?
Kai buvau kaip Tomas, aš buvau jau ištekėjus, turėjau Tomą ir mes labai daug dirbom, kad išgyventi reikėjo daug labai dirbti. Mano buvo svajonė mokytis toliau, bet neturėjau galimybės, reikėjo dirbti labai daug.
Tomas's parents spent their 20s during the 50-year-long Soviet occupation of Lithuania. The years after Lithuania regained its independence were painful and traumatic for many.
Mes ir susitikom, kaip tik tais laikais, aš galiu kaip papasakot, mes su vyru susitikom, kai mums buvo po 15 metų ir kaip tik buvo tas laikas, kada Lietuva atsiskyrė nuo Rusijos ir buvo itin sunkus laikai, kad parduotuvėse nebuvo nieko. Taip, tokie laikai buvo sunkus, bet laimingi vis tiek, bet turi šeimą, tu laimingas bent kokioje aplinkoje.
Today, life in Lithuania for Tomas looks very different to the one of his parents.
My great-grandmother and my great-grandparents, they needed to escape World War II and they chose to come to Vilnius. My grandparents, they could not do business or educate themselves or do something that they wanted or to travel freely, and there was always a risk of going to be exiled to Siberia, which was absolutely awful. And then my parents, they were very young when the 90s started, and there were a lot of mafia around, and you couldn't do business freely as well. When I compare what people of my generation are experiencing in Ukraine right now, I understand that I'm super happy that we don't have war, that we are a safe country, and I feel very safe here. And at the same time, I have all these opportunities that none of my parents, grandparents had.
Tomas's mother didn't have the opportunity to finish her studies while she was young. Tomas, however, graduated from university and is now speaking to students about his work.
So, good morning. As Dominika has already introduced me,
Lithuanians are among the most educated in Europe. In the EU, it is one of the leading countries by the number of young people in higher education. University in Lithuania is free for most students. But is it really that good in reality?
my wife, she graduated with medical degree, and she couldn't find residency where she wanted. There are many similar problems. You are just left on your own here. You don't have enough experience to enter the job market, and you cannot enter the job market because you don't have enough experience.
So does that mean that students don't take opportunities for granted?
Yes, and that's why I think young people appreciate what they have in life more, because they understand that they need to work for their happiness. If I work hard and I achieve something and I'm still sad, I mean, what was the point of working so hard?
And what's the point of working so hard without any fun? We meet school friends Saule and Ervinas to do Tomas's favorite hobby.
Let's go. So me and my friends, we are motorheads and we love racing. Amazing. Whew. The speed, the adrenaline, my God.
As we come down from the adrenaline, it's time to have a walk and find out what makes Vilnius attractive for young people like Saule and Ervinas.
So whenever I'm like pushing, let's go to Italy, that's it, I'm done. And then we come back, a week or two later, and we're like, it's good here, it's like warm, sun, you have Aperol Spritz here, so...
One special place for Tomas and his friends is Užupis, a district in Vilnius that was unofficially declared independent in the 90s.
This is something we have like San Marino or Vatican in Italy. Yeah, it's something totally different. It's not as maybe regulated or free at the moment, but they're trying. They have their own constitution, and yeah, I think we will see.
They are own mayor.
This micronation of just 1 square kilometer has been a home to artists for decades, and now a place where young Lithuanians can relax, have a beer, and maybe even a smoke.
The smell, it's distracting. It's a smell of freedom. Yeah,
For Tomas, Saule and Ervinas, Užupis embodies the spirit of young Vilnius residents. And the constitution of Užupis reflects that.
Let's take just an example. A dog has the right to be a dog, and I think that it's the same for all districts in Vilnius. Everyone has the right to be themselves, and I think that it reflects why youth is so happy in Lithuania. The youth are the ones who understood it quite early, that they can live by this constitution.
So, the key to happiness for young Lithuanians perhaps hides in the freedom to choose who you are and who you want to be. Or perhaps simply enjoying life with friends and family. Or in the appreciation for opportunities that didn't exist in the past.
I understand that I'm living the best life that I could live compared to all generations that were before me.